Hello, everyone. We're so happy to have you back. We at the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church and the entire Ann Arbor Greek community welcome you back for another half an hour discussing the details of our Yasu Greek Festival 2017. That's right, it is our 11th year doing the Greek Festival. 3109 Sayo Church Road, just south of Ann Arbor. The 11th year. All these years now, and the festival just keeps getting better. We keep breaking records every year. It's starting to get known again as Ann Arbor's biggest beginning of summer party, and we hope you will be there. June 9th, 10th, and 11th. Please go and mark that on your calendar in ink, or put it on your smartphone app, your calendar app. But mark it down, bring your whole family, your friends. It's a jolly time, family friendly, very safe, easy parking. 3109 Sayo Church Road, just east of Wagner Road, so easy access from downtown Ann Arbor or from I-94. So, our church is St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church and Cultural Center. You'll see the tents as you approach, and there will be Greek music, Greek food, Greek dancing, and all kinds of Greek culture, and of course, our fabled hospitality. So, before we talk about anything, we want you to know a little bit more about our church and our church community and its history. And to tell you about that, I'm going to turn to our parish priest, Father Nicholas Kotsis. Father, tell us more about our church.
Thank you, Dino. The St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church has been in Ann Arbor for more than 80 years now. Of course, we started on North Main Street right downtown, and about 17 years ago, the property was donated by one of our family members. The Lagos family donated the property, and we moved and built the church where our present location is, 3109 Sayo Church Road. And we've been a part of the Ann Arbor community, and our parishioners are part of the Ann Arbor community for more than 80 years now. We are proud to be a part of this community. And our festival also helps out the community too, because every year over the last number of years, a portion of our proceeds, this year it'll be 9% of our net profit, goes towards a community, a charity or another community group in the area that could use some help. So we're proud to do that for our brothers and sisters here in Ann Arbor.
Mm-hmm. Well, next I'm going to ask a few of you questions back and forth. Gigi, we have at our Greek festival something called the Agora. Now this is a Greek word. Some people might know it. Why don't you tell us what that means? Exactly?
Yes, thank you, Dino. Agora means the marketplace. And this year, as our 11th year, we will be recreating the marketplace, Agora, here in Ann Arbor at our Greek festival. We carry many products. We carry bracelets, necklaces, earrings, T-shirts, dresses for all ages. We also have a bookstore that we sell books about our Greece, our religion. We sell icons, cookbooks. So many products. We also have, we tend to bring in new things every year. This year I've been told that we will have some products coming that would look like traditional Greek necklaces and earrings from the museum. They will be very affordable. And we will also have some of our famous skirts that has the little ringlets around it. You'll see little girls and older ladies wearing them and dancing around. So lots of fun and lots of products to definitely show this year.
Will you be working there yourself?
I will be there all 3 days.
And you'll be there all 3 days?
All 3 days.
Well, you'll find that everyone you see here will be there with an apron on or helping in some way. All of our kids are going to be running around picking up trays and washing tables. And as you will learn in this half hour, we've got all kinds of different things to offer for you at the festival. Vaius Pagalos, why don't you tell us, please, about the Cafinio, what it is and what you offer?
Sure, thank you, Dino. Yes, so as you're walking to the Agora, you will pass the Cafinio. Now, typically, this is an area that you would stop and visit after you had a chance to see Costa and the guys in the Cucina. But the nice part about it, too, is you can always start with dessert first. So as I mentioned a couple of years ago when we were doing this, is that for the most part, there's a foundation of 4 basic food groups in the Greek cuisine. And that's basically butter, 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 and butter. And what we have on the table here represents predominantly what you can do with butter and a few extra things. So I'll talk a little bit about what we have here, and then I'll talk a little bit as well about what some of the other items are. But here are some of the basic items that you would typically see in a Greek household. all of these pastries are made at the church by our parishioners with recipes that are very, very guarded by just a few people. So to start, well, it's up to you, Dino. We can go into them individually
Go
or
ahead, yeah.
come back.
These are all things we're familiar with.
Absolutely.
But for people who are not Greek and didn't grow up with these things, give us the basics.
Okay.
How is the butter used?
The butter is used predominantly in two different fashions. In many cases, it's clarified. So in the case of any time you're using a phyllo, I could put a class on here, you would clarify the butter for these applications. And if not, then of course with the cookies, you would cream the butter with sugar and flour and obviously a variety of different nuts. So to start, we have our baklava. And every household, every church has their own very safely guarded recipe for baklava. Ours is no different. We've been making it for many years at the church, and it is a staple in the Greek household. It's a staple at St. Nick's Yasu Festival as well. Lots of nuts, a little bit of butter, a little bit of, but a lot of goodness. A little bit of sugar and spice too, just to dress it up a little bit. One other recipe that we make at the church, again exclusively, is the karidopita, which is our version of walnut cake. Now, as with the baklava and the walnut cake, if it's not enough to put the ingredients in it, you end up saturating the entire thing with syrup. So just to give it that little extra kick. Three other traditional cookies that, again, we make a variety of at the church. We have our curabiedes. Our curabiedes are basically like a butter shortbread for us, and then covered in powdered sugar. This is typically an almond-type cookie. Our paximadia are basically the Greek version of biscotti. A lot of different spices, typically with nuts as well. And I might make a point as well. Any of the items that we serve, because we're very, very sensitive to food allergies, any items that we serve at the church will have ingredients located in front of them so that everyone can verify if there is a concern for food allergies or not. So the paximadia, again, are twice-baked cookies, very typical of what you see with biscotti today. And then the last one would probably closest to most of our hearts, because between our yayas and our mothers and our tias, and everybody has kuluria. And typically, this is the cookie that you basically get bribed with as a kid. And they're actually really good with peanut butter also.
And which one is your favorite?
I would say my favorite would have to be, I'd say kuluria is definitely on the top. Paximadia too, now that for many years I've been a coffee drinker. You put these two together with coffee, dangerous combination.
Tell us about the coffee. Now
I do want to go into that next.
Thank you.
So, in addition to the pastries, and I will add, in addition to what you see here on the table, well, this is part of the aging process. We also have the paximadia are basically dipped in chocolate, just to give you another twist. The coffee drinks, by far probably the favorite, is the metrio, which is just the Greek coffee, the traditional Greek coffee with the sediment on the bottom. Got to have it, especially in the morning. The other thing is the frappe. Now, we do a frappe, which is basically a whipped coffee with sugar and milk, but then the ladies have taken it to one more level. We actually have a soft serve machine. So you can get a frappe sundae, which is basically frappe with a big old just hit of soft serve ice cream. And I can assure you, you will not be able to have one. You will have probably 4 by 11. And then 3 o'clock, you need that little pick-me-up to get you through the rest of the day. About another 2 in the afternoon.
Are we having Loukoumades?
We are.
Tell them about the Loukoumades.
Thank you, Dino. Great lead-in.
Thank you.
So so as Dino mentioned, all of us have kind of an assigned area that we spend a great deal of time with. My particular group is the Loukoumades group, so it's our version of donuts. So yes, it is time to make the donuts. We have actually a recipe that is a Cypriot. It uses potatoes and flour, and there's absolutely, and we've actually fried in soy oil, so there is no risk of allergy or anything else. And we make them by the thousands.
Oh yeah,
so,
tens of thousands.
Yes, yeah. It's quite a weekend of frying.
Well, folks, you're starting to get a really good clue of what kind of things you can expect to have at the festival. I want to make a brief shortcut. First of all, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the 2017 Yasu Greek Festival. and that is at 3109 Scio Church Road, just south of Ann Arbor, June 9th, 10th, and 11th. Mark it on your calendar. It is in the parking lot of our church, and since it is a church, I do want to cut back to you for a minute, Father, and please tell the folks what they can expect in the way of our church tours.
Every hour on the half hour, so beginning I believe at 12:30 and then at 1:30, 2:30 and so on, we have church tours where we allow people to come into our church and we explain to them the architecture and the art of the church, what they're seeing as they come into the church and the different styles of art and what the different areas of the church represent and what the different icons might mean as well. Because on the eastern portion of our church, we have iconography that covers the building from the ground to the ceiling, and more is on its way. So next year's festival will have even more. We do also some special tours where I will be speaking about the Christians in the Middle East. What is Greek Orthodoxy? Because a lot of people are curious as to what we believe. What is it? And I also do a tour about St. Nicholas, our patron saint, and who he was. So when you come to the church, you can drop off the people in front of the church, 3109 South Church Road, and then you park at our good friends and neighbors at Knox Presbyterian Church, which is on the corner of South Church Road and Wagner, and you can take our shuttles that run continuously throughout the day, back and forth. There's not a long wait time to get on them and to come to the church and then to get back on them and go back to the parking lot when you're done at Knox Presbyterian.
Thank you, Father. You read my mind. I was going to ask you, what are the logistics when you show up at our festival? Don't worry about parking. Go right to Knox Presbyterian Church. You can't miss the signs no matter which direction you're coming from. The thing to remember about our festival, it's a very joyous, happy event. You're going to arrive, you're going to hear the music, smell the smells, you're going to experience philoxenia, which is famous Greek love of strangers, our hospitality. Everything is tidy and well ordered. There will be a crowd, but everyone's in a good mood. And so when you come, the first thing you're going to do is park, and then you're going to get onto one of these little jitney buses. And we have some interesting characters running these buses. There will be Greek music, and very easy to get there. So, folks, what I want you to do is mark down on your calendar June 9th, 10th, and 11th. The address again, 3109 Scio Church Road, just a few minutes drive from central Ann Arbor, and very easy to get to, right just east of the corner of Scio Church Road and Wagner Road. So if you're getting off of 94 at, say, Zeeb Road or Jackson Road, right in the neighborhood. Few things to sum up. We've got all kinds of wonderful food at our Cafe Neo and the Cucina, which is our kitchen. There will be dancing. There is an agora, as Gigi has explained to us. You can shop for cookbooks, jewelry, and lots of fun at the Greek Festival this year. Back, everyone, to the second half of our show about the 2017 Yasu Greek Festival. What does this mean, Yasu? Well, Greek people greet each other by saying, your health, Yasu. Or, if it's plural, Yasas. For the second half, we're going to talk about the food we can eat, the dancing we will see, and we will recoup for you the various details, starting with the location of the Greek Festival this year. As always, 3109 Scio Church Road, just south of Ann Arbor, June 9th, 10th, and 11th. Please mark it on your calendar. Now, our festival is known for many things. Probably one of the most important ones is the food. You will notice a long food line, but we take great care to get you served your food quickly, and we're very proud of the fact that we can do it quite quickly. So don't be daunted by the food line. Get in, you'll see it moves right along. Our friend Kostas Boutsikakis is going to tell us about the various wonderful things we have at the festival. Kostas, please.
Thank you, Dino. My team and I was asked once again to do the Saganaki booth. And we started a few years ago, as you know, and it has really grown, has really become popular. Saganaki is a cassetti cheese. It's a dense cheese, very tasty, and we coat it with milk and flour. We pan fry it, and then we'll obviously flame it with brandy, and we say "Opa," which means to your health and cheers. We also have the Greek sausage. We serve the Greek sausage, which is a special sausage made with all kinds of meats and also orange peel. Has a distinctive flavor, and we also flame that, and we serve it either separate or as a combination with the Saganaki. We serve we added the last couple of years, I believe, the Greek fries, which has been a great hit. I mean, it's a lot better than what I would ever thought. We went through so many cases of fries. There have all the Greek spices, the oregano, and the feta cheese, and they were so popular, and people were so happy. It must be really good because I got a call from Billings, Montana. They want to do it there. That's how good they were. Okay, so, and we also have the spinach pie. We serve spinach pie and the cheese pie, which is most of you in his no introduction, I guess the spinach pie, spinach and feta cheese and olive oil and everything, and it's baked. And the spinach pie as well, the cheese pie as well has the ingredients of cheese, feta cheese, and with all kinds of spices, and it's feta, stuffed and baked in the oven. Those have been a great success. People really love them, and we had a good luck, and we look forward to seeing everybody again supporting us on the festival, which is, as you say, June 9, 10, and 11. We did a good job the last few years, and there was out of the group, the Saganaki booth, and it has become real popular, and we hope to see you again. So, Opa.
Opa. Now, another thing you'll notice if you come to our festival is our Greek dancers. We're very proud of them. They work very hard throughout the year. We have several different groups. The notable group, the older young people, the kids, our kids, are the Goya. And representing them is Stephanie Kotitsas. Thank you for coming. Yasu Stephanie.
Yasu.
Why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about Goya and then about dancing?
So Goya stands for Greek Orthodox Youth of America. Our mission is to learn more about our culture, the religious part, and then also the ethnic aspect. We volunteer in our community. We take pride in that. We perform at our festival, and we also have various activities that we do in our Goya, which are more like the fun side instead of the giving side. We're really proud of our culture and what we stand for, and we really enjoy what we do. We're really happy to be with each other all the time, and always happy to do it.
Tell us some of the dances you all will be performing for us.
So we perform dances from various parts of Greece, from the mainland and the island. We add our own twist to a couple of the dances and make it a little more interesting. We take a lot of pride in our dances, and we practice most of the year, I would say. We have some that are mainly for the boys, and they're a little more masculine and tough, and then there are some for the girls that are a little more showy and feminine. And then we have some where we all come together and we dance together, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Now, what is the schedule like? If somebody comes, say, on a Saturday afternoon, how often will the dance troupe be performing?
Saturday, I believe we have 2 performances, one earlier in the evening and one a little later.
Gotcha.
And we change up our sets, so if you come earlier on Saturday, it'll be a different set than what we do later on Saturday, to mix it up.
And we have, the younger kids are performing too, don't they?
Yes, the Greek school performs, I think their ages kindergarten to 6th grade, and they have the more basic and traditional dances of Greece, and they perform earlier in the day, and I believe they have 2 performances as well.
That's right. Now let me ask you this: are there any other dance troupes coming this year besides Goya, or is it just Goya this year?
It's just Goya this
Just
year.
Goya
It's
this year.
us.
Okay. So, but now let me ask you one last question about dancing.
Sure.
Are you the only people who will be dancing at the Greek Festival?
No, we invite everybody to come and dance with us. We'll pull you in. We'll make sure you're all having a good time. Teach you how to dance. If you ever don't know how to dance, find one of us. We'll be happy to teach you.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. One last question for you, Kostas. When people come to get their food, tell us a little bit about the main courses that they're going to get, the meats and the other things in the food line, please.
On the food line, they're going to get shish kebabs. They're going to get chicken kebab and pork kebab, which I believe that they have come a long way. They're very tasty. They really are very tasty and well done. They come with pita. They come with pita and rice. They have a Greek salad and, of course, peas and a Greek salad. They're tasty. They're priced right. As we believe, people can't believe we're serving that good of a meal for that price actually on a festival, because there's a lot of work involved. They're going to have the pasticcio. They're going to have the pasticcios, which are Greek versions of lasagna, you know, with the thick noodles with meat and bechamel sauce, which is the white sauce. And of course the Greek salad all by itself if that's what they want, you know, and the gyro. We're going to have the gyro. Gyro, I believe right now needs no introduction. It's one very popular meal. It's a lamb and beef combination. You know, they serve on a pita with tomatoes, tzatziki sauce, which is a garlic sauce, and as well onions wrapped up. And you can get it with, you can come down my booth and get fries. You can get it with rice. You can, there's many additions you can do in that. And I believe that the food is really outstanding.
Well, skip breakfast
And
before
then-
you come to the festival.
Absolutely, skip the breakfast. You're really going to have a great meal at a great price, and then you can stop for your appetizers, and of course in our booth, and we got really great saganaki, lasagna, the spinach pie, and the cheese pie, and don't forget the Greek fries. I believe they're an absolute hit, and of course we're right next to the bar, so you can wet your whistle with a nice beer, Greek beer, local beer, or ouzo, and as always, drink responsibly.
That's right. For those 21 and over, we
Yes.
have a wonderful bar.
Yes.
There might be a line, but just like the food line, they try to get you through and get you served. Finally, my friend Artemis Alex. Artemis, you have been doing marketing for the Greek Festival, and indeed this is your project to have us all here. Thank you for having us. Why don't you tell us some of the things that you've got ready for us?
Well, thank you for being here, hosting us this
Thank you,
evening,
thank you.
Dino. Well, I'd like to start off with Stephanie, because there's something I'd like to mention to everyone about Stephanie, because not only is she a Greek dancer, the Greek St. Nicholas dancers, but somehow dancing is in her family, because you see, this is a generational type of a situation. Am I right, Stephanie? Because if I'm not mistaken, your father, who happens to be here this evening, was also a member of the dance troupe when he was in high school at St. Nicholas as well. So the Greek festival is in our blood, isn't it?
Of course.
Literally.
Of
I
course.
mean, it's a generational piece of event with your family, and that's absolutely wonderful. So we're looking at the next generation after that, so we'll see what comes up after that.
Can't
And
wait.
your sister's also in the dance troupe for the younger group, isn't she?
She is. She's in the Greek school dance troupe that I mentioned
Yeah,
previously.
so Marissa's in there as well. So speaking of generations, we have people coming to our festival since we've been on Main Street, way back in the early 70s. In fact, people tell us, oh, you know, we were at the festival when you were on Main Street, and we used to come with our families, and we had so much fun, and now we're bringing our children. So it's like 2 or 3 generations, and we have, and the reason it's such a popular event is that it's a family event for everybody. And it's a safe environment, and everybody has a wonderful time. And part of that is our hospitality, and not only the hospitality, but the good food, but somebody also said we knew how to throw a great party.
Well, it's a
And
lot
we
of
really
work.
do.
We all do a lot of work, but it is I wonder if it's more fun of a party for us who put it on or for our guests. At any rate, it's a contest.
We all have fun.
It's a lot of fun.
But something I would like to mention too, I know Costa was talking about the food and the desserts that we have and everything earlier. We do have one new menu item, and since a couple years ago we talked about the Greek fries that you mentioned, Costa. Well, we promoted that here, and it was a big hit. So we're hoping that the new menu item that we have this year, which is a Greek veggie pita, will be another hit. People love that with tzatziki sauce, the garlic sauce, garlic cucumber. It's really good with yogurt. So that's one of the new items that we have this year. I'd also like to mention one other thing about our festival as well, and that is Father had mentioned earlier about donating to a charity. We do that every single year. As he mentioned, 9% of our proceeds this year will be going to a local charity, and that charity is going to be Creating Brighter Futures here in Ann Arbor, which is a center for autistic children. So we're very happy to be able to help the community. As Father said, you know, we help in many different ways. As Stephanie mentioned, the group goes into the community and helps as well. So we'd like to continue that community involvement. So there's so much to see, from the church presentations to the food, to the agora, to everything else, the hospitality of our Greek people. We just love having company. And so we invite you to join us on June 9, 10, and 11 at our Greek festival, because there's so much to see and so much fun that you might even want to spend all 3 days. And many people do that. In fact, we have people coming back, as I mentioned earlier, from different generations, who come from Chicago just for the weekend, or come from Toronto, Ontario for the weekend to have fun, because they remember all the fun that they had when they were growing up, and they want to remember, have those wonderful, wonderful times.
Not only that, there's a raffle, isn't there?
There is a raffle.
Righto.
That was the next point, the raffle. I wanted to wrap that up, because the raffle, first of all, the first prize is the trip to Greece for two. Beautiful blue skies, blue water, the warmth. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I feel like I'm there already. It only takes one ticket. One ticket's a winning ticket. But this year we have a very special second prize, and that is a custom designed earring and pendant set. And I say custom designed because one of our parishioners is a custom jeweler, Stephen Kolokithas, and he is designing that especially for our festival. And it's going to be very special. In fact, right now he's putting the finishing touches on that set, and it's going to be one of a kind. So if you happen to win that, you're going to win an absolutely wonderful prize. And the third prize is going to be a patio set and barbecue grill.
So we've got a good raffle.
Have a wonderful raffle.
Well, folks, I think we've whetted your appetite for the Greek Festival this year. Please put it on your calendar. June 9th, 10th, and 11th of this year, St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church, 3109 Scio Church Road. Easy to park, easy to attend, a wonderful party. We'll be looking forward to having you there to enjoy all of these wonderful things, the food, the dancing, the hospitality.
I know, Dino, you said enough about that many times, but I also want to make sure that a big thanks to all the folks that make this happen, but a bigger thanks to the people of Ann Arbor and the surrounding areas. They really support us, because we took it from a small one, that at least the ones that we started 11 years ago, and it has grown to a big success. And I think it will be wrong if we were to say big thanks to all the
Thank you, Ann Arbor. And we're hoping to see you again this year. Opa!
Opa.
Opa.